Hello again, it's Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery with a 16 by 20 inch canvas and a whole bunch of Prism pour paints and a desire to play with all of these Prism pour paints and maybe a few primary elements by putting them down in my sky. I thought about putting them into a shovel, but I think I'm just going to put them in my sky. That was Pink Lady. This is Platinum Rose. That is not shaken up. It's better now. I'm going to use some of my Frosted Berry. I usually put the Chantilly lace or the Misty Veil or the French silk down on the bottom, but in this case I wanted to play with putting my, and this one's Satin Doll, putting my colors on the canvas first. I'm not going to worry about the edges, and I want quite a bit of paint, and I don't mind if it blends. We shall see what we shall see. I'm going to put a little bit of Misty Veil in there. Blow my chips away. Doesn't really matter what happens at this stage of the canvas, no matter what, because I have other plans for the bottom half. This is the Chantilly lace, and I see that thing that does not belong in there. Do I have tweezers handy, please, before it disappears? And they have something on them already. It's black. It does not belong. All right, I want some French silk. Even if it was purple, it would not belong. Although purple is an idea. That's a good idea. I would do some purple. I have Violet Rose. I like Violet Rose. I like Twilight Orchid too, but I like Violet Rose. Let's put some of this in here. Let's hope it comes out more easily in a moment. Maybe it's going to be Twilight Orchid after all. Who knows? I would like that to be a lot more open than it is. Which means if I want to, I'll just pull the top right off. Now sometimes in my vehemence to get enough paint on the canvas, I wind up with a little too much. I'm going to give myself a little bit of this Black Orchid and just keep right on messing with my colors until I'm happy. Ooh, I'm not sure what that was, but that's beautiful. This is Pink Carnation. Let's go back to the French silk and Chantilly lace. Let's see if I can find that Twilight Orchid before I need it. That's Royal Galaxy. There's Twilight Orchid. No wonder I'm almost out of it. Maybe I have a bigger bottle. I have paint chips. Let's just pull the top off that too. Must be time to clean that tip out as well. Okay, get some paint out of the way. Let's see what happens. Let's pull some of this down. I might have to do the whole canvas. That's going so much further than I anticipated already. But that does not matter. That might be a great thing for the bottom half of this. I think I do want the colors to be a little more blended than they are right now. And it doesn't bother me to wipe off my spatula across the top edge. I'm going to do the same thing on the side. I just dumped a bunch of paint right on my paper. Fortunately, the spatula is awesome at retrieving things. I am not sure I'm in love with my my creation, but that doesn't matter because no matter how it starts, it's going to be a background for something else. And I've probably learned a lesson, assumably, about how much paint I really need. putting some right on the edges because I have so much. It may not be a video anyone ever sees at this rate. Let's just cover up. We have some beautiful colors. I know it's not a good thing to overwork them because they will become a little muddy, even if it's purple mud. I do like purple mud though. Definitely going to be needing a clean piece of paper for the background soon enough. That just makes me want to take out my white cell activator and see what happens if I use it. I see all those places I put the Chantilly lace and the French silk. Let's just use it and see what colors are exposed by pulling it down. Things like that can go away. I might even get to do what I was planning on doing, which is putting some other colors across the bottom. No dog hairs. Got a filament in there. Got a dog hair stuck to my finger and I don't want it there. It looks like I have a slew of filaments actually. It's probably from taking the tops off. So I'm just going to have to keep going. I am going to take what's on my spatula right now before it gets any gloppier. Because the longer you play with it, the gloppier it gets. Put it right there on the top edge. It's not perfect, it doesn't have to be, but it's a start. Run my fingers right down the sides too. My intention was to make this frameable and not worry about the edges, but since I have so much paint, I might as well. Okay, so that wasn't good. That was my fingernail right in the painting. I have GAC 800 by Golden in all of my paint mixes so that if it's heavy it won't dry and crack, but I don't have any Floetrol, which is something I used to love to have because it was a paint leveler. That's coming out. If I panic, I'll just stop and wait for tomorrow to do another layer. And the panic is going to come with those filaments that don't seem to want to dissipate entirely. Plus I'm sure that there's little paint chips on my fingers. I can feel them drying between my fingers. It's probably why I don't wear gloves, because I'd at least like to feel where they are. Not sure what to do about that big white spot. Looks like the perfect place for a cloud to go tomorrow, but I might have just got rid of it. I've got some sky drama, and it could just wind up being reflections in the water. This is that point in time when I wish I had some Floetrol, because as it dries, it'd be nice to level out those marks from the spatula. I'm going to risk it. So I think I'd rather have that ridge across the top where I'm imagining clouds than anything else. So I'm going to take some white cell activator and risk it. That is Australian Floetrol. Amsterdam white. And that'll pretend to be our clouds. Even if it doesn't sell, it's still white, which is not a bad thing right at this moment. I don't think I'm going to mind if it sells either. I wasn't sure about the colors for a minute, but I like them again. There's never a time when I'm struggling that I'm not also learning. I want fewer paint chips between my fingers. I want some Misty Veil while I can have it. And that's actually a pretty cool sky, I think. I got a few cells. Put a little bit more. If I have a delicate enough touch, I can make them look like wispy clouds. I kind of like that. Once the paint starts to get sticky, all bets are off. You just have to get lucky to work it out. So there's my sky. I'm wondering if I could put enough colors at the bottom to make my original plan work out. I can bounce my spatula in the sticky paint, but it will pull it up. But it also leaves some marks I don't mind the look of. Not the bubbles so much though. Alright, that's my sky. I have enough paint on my spatula to wipe off some of it across the bottom. I'm wondering very much if I could put enough paint on the bottom right now to do anything with. Boy, I'm relieved. Except for those three little stalactite marks. Okay, so stage 1 and bouncing off bottles is complete. That is in the way. I should not worry about the bottom, it's the least of my worries. There's a little nodule of something. Does not belong. Everything else is pretty good though. Okay, stage 1 complete. If I come back, I'll come back to stage 2. And I only have a few minutes left anyway. So I love you guys. Thanks for stopping. I'm not sure if this was a good lesson or not, but better me than you, I guess, at this stage. And that was a lot of paint. But I like what I've got. I'll pop some bubbles if I see them. And I'll try and pull some filaments out if I can. That was a dog hair. Check my link tree. I got it. Ha! Yay. I win that round. My link tree has Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter links, Facebook groups. Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Appreciation Group is the Facebook group for students. And Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Totes and more can allow you to shop whatever I put on there, from Pixels.com, Fine Art America, Society 6, spring clothing even. Where's my straw? I see that little weird thing, which I should probably leave alone. I could have actually blown into this and made some different patterns, but right now I actually have become very fond of my sky. And I want to tell you guys that you inspired the heck out of me, and I hope you come again. I'm posting at, right currently, 3:15, 3:30 Eastern Standard Time, 7 days a week. If you need a link, just ask me. I have over 2,500 videos, and they're organized by topic and genre. I really, really like that. I'm so surprised. If you have questions, please ask me. My community board will show you tomorrow's video on my channel. And you can also find playlists, all playlists, created playlists, and my store by going to my channel, by clicking my avatar or the name of my channel. Thank you for the donations that help keep me painting. I really appreciate them. If you'd like to shop my Amazon link, that's no added cost to you, and my 2 books are there because I can, and Unlimited Possibilities. They are the first and the second 100 videos from YouTube, and tools and methods, processes. My email address is easpb and the word gallery spelled out @gmail.com. I do give lessons at the house in Spring Hill, Florida, and I do sell my artwork. My paint pouring recipes are below the video. Please give me a thumbs up. Thank you so much for being here. Please share if you're of a mind to, and the longer you watch a video, the more help you are to me. I will probably hit this with a torch very briefly and very cautiously because I don't want to burn any paint. And then I'm going to think about whether I'm going to do anything to the bottom in the next few minutes. But I got to get the little chippies of paint off my fingers first, because otherwise it'll be a disaster. So I'll see you guys anon. Bye for now. Priscilla out. I love you guys. Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves.